stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway in Atlanta. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
Penix to the air to start us off. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 27 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Go.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Penix here from the gun. That's brought in by Mooney. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Drops back. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. So even after 7 yards, still playing from behind, 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, Penix escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. The kick by Lutz is good. And the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll run with Warren. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll go again with Warren. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long, Rodgers. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to pump this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
17 at the 3-yard line.
Okay, break. Let's go.
Trying again, following the sack. That's completed right side. The 40. At the 20. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons stretch their early lead to 9. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Calvin Austin on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tackled by Luke Orororo. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Rodgers here from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Rodgers throwing on third down. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! We're through one quarter of this opening week. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again. It's Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Warren on third down. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
4th down, Rodgers. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Now we give to Warren, coming right. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They put Austin in motion left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That throw by the rookie out of Ohio State, good for a chunk of yards and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Play action on 1st down. Caught by Freiermuth. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to give him the ball.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. David Onyemata there for the stop. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete beyond the marker. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Steelers first down. From the gun, Johnson. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down marker.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Steelers in possession. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Motioning the tight end now. Johnson has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive.
It is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. To kick it away, here's Pinion. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. It's caught Metcalf. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Pass play coming here. This finds Austin complete. And they bring him down around the 34. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Here's 2nd and 5. Austin's there to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Falcons do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Quick throw right side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Sending a receiver left. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed to Davis. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing now on first down. Connects with Johnson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now off play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They kick the running back in motion. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Dicker connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On second down, Robinson avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's got room to roam here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
19, Tiger, 19. Here we go.
Penix now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
After 60, after 60. Buffalo 80. Cowboy 80.
First and 10, or under Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. We've reached the end of... All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Here we go.
He's running it right on the option. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a playoff.
Pushing for the end zone. He lost the football. It's not loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. Unfortunately, well, it was a touchback.
They're out and set. First and 10.
60 by 60.
Throwing from his own end zone. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Warren here from the gun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Warren once more. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Going for it with Warren. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
He'll pass it this time. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He's dropping back to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. The Steelers calling their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Less than a yard needed here on 4. Quick throw, finds about right. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Ward. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Steelers down by 7. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Looking to throw it. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Here he is to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
All right, here we go, everybody. Big play for the Steelers as they go for 2. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play. Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes.
This is brought in at the 15. And this play reaches the 12-yard line.